everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Parallel World Chat, where every single episode is absolutely crucial and important, so you're going to want to tune in. But before we get into anything, let me introduce my first host, hailing from the backwoods of Wood Backwoods. It's the wild and crazy Mr. Bunny Rabbit, the Bunny Rabbit. Hey everybody, how you doing? Chicken Jimmy Chunga. Really glad to be back here. So the other day I was ordering up some delivery food, and my driver, he brought up like my food and whatever. But then he started getting all weird and just started telling me stories about like how to be an apocalypse prepper. So what you're saying is you ordered up some food, and then when your driver got there, he started telling you about the end of the world? Yeah, dude, 1 minute I'm just ordering up some burritos, because I love me some burritos. But then he was like telling me the most important things that you could do as a prepper is learn how to make bleach and how to make Listerine. Well, you got me there because I don't know how to make either one of those, so I guess I'd just be doomed in the apocalypse. But anyways, moving on, we're going to get on to our next host. It's Larry. It's Larry Fester. Anyway I say, he's going to get upset.
You know what? I always get upset. It's just because, you're so condescending every single time I get on here.
Oh, dude, you're so mad that you're like just making noises now.
Well, maybe if everyone just stopped messing with me all the time, I wouldn't have to be so stressed out all the time, Like that one time I was telling you, things aren't actually on fire. Fire is actually on things, and then you got in a huge old argument with me about it.
Dude, that's because I find it funny when you're mad.
Well, knock it off and just leave me alone.
Well, I also find it funny, but we are going to get moving on to our next host. He just came back from a parallel warp. It is Internet Cool Guy 2.
Hello everybody, and it's good to be back. Thank you so much for having me on another episode. So since last week, I've been getting used to being a human a little bit more, but now my biggest problem are these wildly painful lumps that are right in between my crotch.
Don't worry about that. It'll happen all the time, I get it all the time, and it's really nothing. It's just a bunch of hemorrhoids.
Larry, do me a favor and never say the word hemorrhoid again.
Well, how else am I supposed to tell them if I can't say hemorrhoid?
Dude, you're just pushing too hard. When you go to the bathroom, just don't sit there and push really hard or you get the hemorrhoids. It crushes my soul sometimes to listen to you two talk. But moving on, because that's disgusting and I don't want to hear it any longer, we're going to get on to our final host. It is the Cute the Beef.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Thanks for having me back for another episode. This is super cool. The other day I was watching like some cool movies and I put on the James Bond, but then I was like, wait a second, like isn't he a spy? And like if he's like the world's greatest spy, but everyone like knows him, isn't he like the worst spy ever?
That completely makes sense.
I wonder weird stuff like that all the time too, the Beef. Like the other day I was just thinking about it, and then, it says like the Bible was written by God, and that like the devil is like the biggest trickster in the world, right, But what if it turned out that the devil actually wrote the Bible, and ironically, he's been tricking everyone this whole time?
I'm gonna kindly ask you to not please talk about religion on our show, it upsets our viewers.
Dude, I don't think anybody should be taking any religious advice from you, Larry. If anyone's actually the devil, it's probably you!
Yeah, dude, then you could spend an entire eternity with me. I'd also be in hell.
Well, you never know, dude. Because, like, maybe someone else's hell is like someone else's heaven. And that's like the other way around, too. And their heaven's their hell. Like, maybe if hell is all fire and that's what they say, maybe someone who lives in the cold would really like it.
I don't know. I really don't like anything, so I guess nothing's gonna be good enough.
You know what, Larry? Sometimes when I'm looking at you, I can't help but think about that movie, Pixar's Up, or like, what's that other one with Walter Matthau? It's a Grumpy Old Man. Yeah, dude, that's exactly who you are.
I love that movie, and I also even like the second one. It wasn't too bad. I mean, the first one was a lot better, but, and then there's Up.
I actually like that movie, Up. I'm surprised that you didn't like it, Larry.
I thought it was a cute movie, too. I'm surprised you didn't like it.
I tried liking the movie, and I even went to go see it with a date, but my date just kept talking the entire time, and so I just couldn't even listen to the film, and she just kept on talking and talking and talking, and I kept telling her to please stop, I'm trying to watch the movie, people are gonna ask me about this.
Dude, you date around a hell of a lot more than I ever anticipated.
That's because I'm trying to find the love of my life.
Well, that all just sounds wonderful, but while Larry's gonna find the love of his life, we're gonna get on to our first set of commercials.
Are you bored and you got a ton of money and you don't know what to do with yourself right now? Well, this summer I got a sale for you because we got planes! Planes, planes, planes! It's Plane Monday and all of our planes are on sale! Whether you like flying high or you like flying low, we got a plane for you. Big wings, small wings, fast wings, tiny ones even too. What kind of plane are you looking for? Because at Planes, we got the deal for you. So don't wait and get yourself a plane today while the sale lasts. Planes. This week on Teenage Problems.
Okay, come with me. I gotta tell you something over here. Let me tell you over here. So the other day, I was sitting there and... Okay, excuse me, rude. So the other day, I was sitting there in class and you wouldn't believe it. What? I accidentally farted in class and everybody heard and saw it, but you know, Jim even saw it and then he looked over.
Jim?
Yeah, Jim, he saw it, and you know what? He took the blame for
He
it.
took the blame?
That's what I'm trying to say.
That can't be right, because like anytime that I fart in front of someone, my boyfriend leaves me.
Well, farting is one thing, but he shouldn't leave you if he loves you. I mean, why would he leave you all because of some wind?
So are you like falling in love?
And that's exactly what I'm starting to think, you know, because every other boyfriend that has been in this situation with me, same thing as you. It's like you blast some air between your butt cheeks and they all start running.
Wait, he'd leave me because of a fart? I fart.
And so do I, and it doesn't matter anymore. Can you think about it? Anytime I want to do it, I just can now. I can just let it go, and he's gonna just take the blame.
Do you think he's gonna take the blame every time?
I think at this point it really just depends on how bad it is.
Teenage Problems, Saturdays at 8 p.m.
And we're back, everybody. Thank you so much for watching those commercials. They were a hoot and a holler. You know, every time we get them, I never exactly know what they're gonna be about, but, you know, I can't afford a plane.
Maybe that's why they're on sale.
Well, that really doesn't matter anymore, so we're gonna move on to our next segment, and today's guest is a worm, and he's got something really fun for us, apparently.
Hi everybody, how are you doing? Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. And yes, I do have something very exciting and a lot of fun for us today. Are you guys down? Well, if it doesn't cost me any money, I think I could get down on it.
Well, I was expecting a whole lot more arguing from that scenario, but never mind. I mean, if everything seems cool, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
Awesome, that sounds wonderful. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to do a couple rounds of trivia with you guys and see how you guys all do, you know, and if we don't waste any time like we are right now, we should just jump right into it.
That sounds super cool. I really want to play. Count me in.
Wonderful, let's begin. Okay, here it is.
Who is the secret brother of the cartoon star Speed Racer?
Wow, your voice just got really deep, but I'm not really sure who Speed Racer's brother is. Is it the monkey?
Dude, I don't really know. I don't watch a bunch of cartoons, but I don't know. Shania Twain. Maybe Speed Racer doesn't have a brother. Maybe that's actually a trick.
You're all wrong. I actually know this one. I love that show. Speed Racer is awesome, and it is Racer X.
Bingo, we got a winner. That was the answer. Racer X is the secret brother of Speed Racer.
Darn, I was really, really close to that one. I knew it had something to do with that.
It was a pretty close guess. What you were thinking of was Chim Chim, but let's get on to the next one.
What color does gold leaf appear if you hold it up to the light?
I'm gonna go ahead and say purple.
I'm also gonna say the color purple.
Dude, I don't know. Something like blue?
I'm not really sure, but you know what? I'm gonna have to go with the color green. Why not?
That was gonna be the answer that I was gonna say. I was gonna say green. Then you both should be giving yourselves a pat on the back because you both got it right and the answer is green. That's what I'm talking about. I'm finally on the board. I'm gonna win this. Well, let's keep the game moving, everybody. Okay, next question.
What was the first movie to be rated PG-13?
Was it Days of My Mother?
It can't be Days of My Mother. That's a television show. I don't know. Was it Flipper?
Dude, the beef, you know that the Flipper movie was actually about a dolphin, but I'm gonna have to go and say something like, oh man, I should have thought about my answer before I started just thinking about something. Flipper. I just screwed up. You couldn't think of what you were gonna say. I'm gonna have to go and say it was maybe Metropolis.
You know, I'm actually kind of stumped on this one, but I'm gonna guess Night of the Living Dead.
I'm so sorry, everybody. You all were very, very close in your own weird ways, but you know, the answer is actually Red Dawn. Dang it, I also knew that it was Red Dawn. I was sitting there, that was gonna be my second choice. Oh, you were very, very close. But anyways, let's get on to our final question, everyone. Here it is.
What is the world's most venomous fish?
I'm not really sure what it is, but maybe it's a shark.
I'm gonna guess it might be a pufferfish.
dang, dude, these are some difficult questions. I don't know, maybe it's like a jellyfish of sorts. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say jellyfish. Fine, I'll go with octopus. That's my second one.
I'm not sure, really, to be honest, because I just don't know that many fish, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, swordfish.
Ooh, I'm so sorry, everybody. You were all very, very close in your own weird ways once again, you know, because they were all fish at least. But the answer was stonefish. Well, how was I supposed to get that? I don't even know what a stonefish is. It's a very venomous fish. Well, I get that now. Well, thank you all so much for letting me play this game for you. This is all the time that I have. I actually had to get out of here. I have more trivia to go play with other people. You know, people always need the trivia. So, thank you all, and I could totally come by and do this again sometime.
And thank you so much for being on here, Trivia Worm. We had a lot of fun. That was way different and better than I was anticipating it to go. So, what did you all think?
Yeah, you know, it was okay. I didn't really care for it that much. You know, the guy was a little pushy, and he had a lot of questions to ask.
Dude, he had a lot of questions to ask because we were sitting there playing a game of trivia. Did you not even, listen?
Well, you're not even listening. Of course I was listening the whole time. If anything, I got a question. Who was that guy, and how did he even get here?
Larry, he signed up like everybody else that gets on this show. You know, it's not really that difficult to get on this show.
I thought it was pretty cool. I had a really good time doing it. I didn't know all those questions either. You know, like my only complaint is that I thought the guy was a little scary. It's always his voice, but it was pretty cool.
I'd have to agree and say it was a lot of fun, but he was a little bit scary.
Well, at least it was better than that new Avatar movie. I tried watching that movie, and it just kept going on and on and on. It's like, wait, get it? You're in the water and it's stuff. I was just like, please, just end.
That's exactly how I feel about being on this show with you, Larry.
Dude, he's actually not lying this time, you know, because usually he's lying, you know, but he's not this time, because that Avatar movie just, kept going and going and going and going. I could not also wait for it to be over, because he was also complaining about it, about not ending. You know, whose fault this really is that James Cameron's fault. You know, James Cameron is here right in front of me. I'd swear I'd slap him right in the face.
Please don't be threatening James Cameron right now on the show. We really don't need that. We got enough problems around here.
Well, I'm just saying, if, you know, James Cameron didn't make a movie so long and he actually knew when to turn it off and quit the thing, like the whole segment with, that weird whale, and the guy just had, a relationship with the whale, it was so long!
Well, I will agree that some movies are way too long and there should be intermissions. Remember when intermissions were in movies like in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? I know it's a long time, but hey. Anyways, thank you everybody so much for being on another episode of Parallel World Chat. We have had a blast with you, and thank you so much to our today's guest, Worm Trivia Worm. I'm not even sure what his name is. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff that you do on social media on Earth One. We really appreciate it, and we've been having such a great time with you all. But until next week, everybody,